Welcome to 1407 Gray Malkin Lane, the living memory of the X-Men. Don't let anyone tell you different. So today we are reviewing X-Force 28, written by Ben Percy. The artist, his name's Joshua or Josiah. I can't pronounce that, and I don't want to butcher his name. But the art, oh man. Okay, let's get into it because I was really surprised by this. So, from what we last saw, apparently a Cerebro is starting to become sentient, and it's eating people. Let's just say what it is. It's eating people. And it's actually kind of scary because we really don't know what its entire deal is. Like, we know that it wants to build, and it wants to get powers, and it acquires the powers of everyone it eats. So I'm thinking it's kind of like Cell from Dragon Ball Z, but don't quote me on that. Also, then we cut to, also, the monster comes up on like a vision, like a hologram of Forge, who tells it if you eat enough and you build enough, you can become a mutant. So that it gets that in its mind. We cut to Beast, Cecilia Reyes, and Sage in the Healing Gardens after finding Forge's body. His head is just gone. No, not gone, just the top, just where the brain is. It's kind of like a zombie. And this kind of bothers me. Like, I don't understand how Marvel is lying to the fans saying that Lives and Deaths of Wolverine is a classic. It's not a classic. It doesn't make any sense. And that's a hill I will die on, viewer. Don't be afraid to speak up when something doesn't make sense. I was actually in a Twitter conversation. Somebody said, "Oh, you got to take a little bit of sci-fi with this." Like, yeah, I understand that, but you can't use telepathy to travel through time. They don't even explain. They just say, "Oh, Ben Percy does not understand how telepathy works. You can't do that. It would be easier to get like a time traveler, like Cable or Tempest or somebody like that." Because, they can even steal some technology from the Fantastic Four. They've gone back in time plenty of times. So, yeah. But Beast and Sage are investigating what's going on. And we're getting cutscenes of this thing just, it's hungry. It's like your thick auntie. It's so hungry. It took out Havoc. It took out Polaris. Wow. That just, damn. And then we cut to the Silver Samurai. He's obviously annoyed because he got pulled into something that he didn't even really want to do. So which is a fight with a giant hulking juggernaut looking mutant that is basically Quentin Quire. And Silver Samurai whoops his ass while telling him, like, "I really don't want to be here. You're really annoying." And it kind of it's funny. I like it. It's a very creative use of the X-Force privileges and what they can do with the husk. Like, apparently Kid Omega is having these bodies of various mutants created, and he's taking control of them, and he's working through something, and that's fine. I have no issue with that. Nobody's being hurt. They're just empty shells. It's like, are you gonna be mad at somebody using different cars? Like, that's all it is. he gets in. Kid Omega gets interrupted by Wolverine, who basically is mad all the time, which doesn't, which really plays to his character, but it just says like, "Oh my God, just shut up, leave me alone." He doesn't listen. Like he doesn't want to. That's funny to me. Also, this data page about X-Force, it's like, I don't know if we're a war chest or we're toy chest. Like, shut up. The Five, all they like to do is complain. Like, oh, we do all this. We're so they're getting egos. That's what that like their job is to cook. They shouldn't have anything to say. And they say like, oh, is this an abuse of power? No, it's not an abuse of power because no one's being hurt, and the only reason they're complaining about it is because the Five don't like Quentin Quire, which kind of plays into something that happens in Immortal X-Men. We'll get into that in another video. Then we cut to Omega Red. Omega Red, I swear, all they do is mess with my man. Check this out. Like, he took out a wild hog and he's eating, chilling, just comfortably. And then Sage just comes in and plays therapy session. Apparently she's an alcoholic who does a bunch of things, and like she assaulted Gorgeous George. She had drunk sex with somebody. Honestly, I think they're gonna play with either it's Black Tom or Cecilia Reyes. Just me. I don't know. That's just something they do. And she's just playing therapy session with him. He's like, I don't care about your problems. Leave me alone. And she's like, oh, well, you could be helping us because we could really use you. Like, oh my God. Don't take it, Big Red. Don't take it. It's funny. Then we cut to Domino and Wolverine. And Wolverine is telling Domino that Kid Omega, he just left, and, and she's like, and Domino's like, what did you tell him? He's like, life is about dying. All we can do is just stop it. I'm like, you shouldn't be allowed to talk to anybody at all, because all you do is give really messed up advice that you think is badass. It's not badass. It's just like, read the room, bro. This data page is actually really cool. I wish we would have gotten to see some visuals of it. It basically shows that a character assessment of Colossus. He's very strong. He's very ferocious. He looks all of these things, but inside he's really gentle. He's very like, he uses soft hands. Like he's not just a brute like a lot of the strong guys in Marvel are. And what I really like is that Colossus is trying to fight what's going on with him. And I think that's really cool. Either that or the Chronicler is trying to mess with Mikhail and free Colossus, but it's a bit by bit. And I'm really surprised that no one knows or notices. But that data page really brings that up too. No one's looking at Colossus because he's so trustworthy and he's a strong dude, which is true, but like, check up on him because he be going through stuff. I mean, if you remember Astonishing X-Men that came out a couple years ago after Kitty broke up with him because his sister wanted to play cock block, and then she was like, I want to say I love you, and then she's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, Ileana is she's just an agent of chaos. You should never listen to her. Kiddo, which brings me to my favorite like the most understandable scene in this. Oh God. So Kid Omega, he goes and tries to talk, like he finds the the cuckoos. I don't call them the 5-in-1. I just call them the clones of a side chick. And he tells them like, hey, listen, there's something on the island. It's killing, it's eating people, and it's serving powers. I'm just telling, like, you know, watch your back. And they just come at him like, you know what? You're a stalker, which just makes you go like, you know what? If I was Quentin, I'd be like, you know what? No. Let them eat. I would find the thing and say, you know what? Eat them. Okay, they're annoying. They're so entitled, and it just fun. Like, it'd be really fun irony. I don't want Quentin to get back with Phoebe at all. He deserves better, and especially because Phoebe showed that she is like, she has no backbone, none. She lets her sisters influence her decisions instead of just being an adult. And it annoys me, and I want to see them eaten. I don't want them gone. I just want to see something bad happen to them in an ironic fashion. It's this book is, and my takeaways from this: Domino would make a better field leader. Wolverine needs to not talk to children at all, and I like the way this is going. It's kind of remind me of a horror movie, like any kind of monster movie of the 80s. I'm digging it. I'm giving this book a very rare 4.25. I like it. You should read it. Who knew Ben Percy could write good comics? I didn't know, because he has not shown it. He is not showing it at all. Oh, God. So, at 1407 Grey Mountain Lane, signing off.